What happens when Islamic theology sits down with Greek philosophy, Hindu metaphysics, Jewish legal theory, and modern science? Today, we're not just comparing. We're watching ideas shake hands, argue, and evolve. Welcome to the Hikma Hub. At the Hikma Hub, we explore the living conversation between Islamic sciences and the wider world. Comparative, nuanced, and beautifully complex. Stay to the end for a 30-second framework to compare any tradition with intellectual honesty. What are Islamic sciences? By Islamic sciences, we mean disciplines developed within the Islamic intellectual tradition, Qur'anic studies, Hadith methodology, jurisprudence, legal theory, Kalam, theology, Tasawwuf, spiritual psychology, Mantiq, logic, and Falsafa, philosophy. Think of them as an ecosystem. Each asks different questions. What is true? What is right? What is beautiful? How do we know? Let's look at logic, Mantiq. In Greek philosophy, Muslim scholars adopted and refined Aristotelian logic as a tool. Why? Because clear thinking protects scripture from sloppy arguments. Avicenna reworked Aristotle, introducing modal logic refinements. Later, theologians used logic to defend creed. Example: syllogism overlay. All contingent beings require a cause. The universe is contingent. Therefore, the universe requires a cause. Notice, logic isn't replacing revelation. It's disciplining our inferences. Compare. Catholic scholasticism. Aquinas uses similar tools for natural theology. Buddhist pramana, logic epistemology, emphasizes inference and perception. Different traditions, same human need, reliable pathways to truth. Let's compare laws. Usul al Fiqh and Jewish Halakha, canon law. Usul al Fiqh is a meta-theory for deriving rulings from sources. It asks, what counts as evidence? How do we weigh it? When do public interest and custom matter? Compare Jewish law, Talmudic hermeneutics, majority reasoning, minhag, custom. Catholic canon law, magisterium authority, natural law overlays. Microstory. A jurist in Cordoba and a rabbi in Toledo face a new commercial practice. Both consult texts, precedent, custom, and moral aims. Different scriptures, similar legal reasoning architecture. Let's see theology, Kalam, and classical Theism, Advaita Vedanta. Kalam defends core beliefs using rational argument, divine attributes, creation, causality. Ash'ari occasionalism question necessary causation. Maturitas emphasize wisdom and causality stability. Let's compare Thomism, God as pure act, sustaining causes. Advaita, non-dual ultimate reality. The world as dependent appearance. What's the takeaway? Different metaphysical grammars converging on one concern, how the ultimate relates to the world. Let's look at spiritual psychology, Tasawwuf and mystical traditions. Tasawwuf maps the heart, sincerity, presence, purification. Practices like dhikr, muraqabah, and adab correspond to cultivating virtues. Compare. Hesychasm, prayer of the heart. Kabbalah, devakut, clinging to God. Zen, attention and ego quieting but non-theistic framing. Story vignette. A 12th century weaver learns that polishing the heart is a science. Repeatable habits leading to measurable transformation. Let's look at science and its method. From Bayt al Hikma to today. Many Muslim polymaths treated observation as a duty. If the world is intelligible, measure it. Ibn al-Haytham formalized experimental method in optics. Let's compare. Baconian empiricism and modern reproducibility standards. Let's clarify boundaries. Kalam addresses metaphysical why, science addresses measurable how, productive when each respects the other's domain. Let's look at ethics. Maqasid al-Sharia and virtue ethics, utilitarianism. Maqasid asks, what ends does the law seek? Preservation of essentials and promotion of benefit. Let's compare. Aristotle's virtue, cultivate character toward eudaimonia. Utilitarian calculus, maximize aggregate welfare. What's the bridge? Maqasid resonates with virtue ethics telos, while insisting ends are anchored in revelation and human flourishing. How does traditions cross-pollinate without losing themselves? Let's look at the 3R framework. Receive, learn from outside disciplines with humility. Refine, test with logic, language, and method. Reframe, integrate within your theological commitments. Example, logic received from Greeks, refined by Avicenna and the Mutakallimun, reframed to defend creed. Let's scope out the honest comparison checklist. Step 1, define your terms clearly. Step 2, compare like with like. Don't pit a mystic poem against a lab report. Step 3, distinguish method from conclusion. Step 4, acknowledge strengths and stress points. Step 5, ask, what human problem is each tradition solving? By taking these steps, we ensure that we can give dawah properly and help spread the word of Allah to humanity. Let's also be mindful that these higher-level discussions should be done with the respective scholars in the field, and we look to them to guide us through these discussions. If this broadened your map of knowledge, subscribe to the Hikma Hub and turn on notifications. Comment with a tradition you'd like us to compare next: Confucian ethics, Stoicism, or contemporary cognitive science. Until next time, may your search for knowledge be blessed. May the peace of Allah be on all of you.